Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Monday. You're listening to your favorite podcast in the world. I have Coach Lindsey with me. Hi.
Hi.
What's going on?
Same old same, having a lovely Friday talking about health and fitness all day long. What about you?
It's your job.
It's my job.
Yeah, same. I usually don't light a lot of candles, but I lit one that's like kind of Christmassy and I'm just like
Ooh.
in the mood. I'm like in that
Yeah, and look at your hair
Christmas
thing.
spirit.
I was thinking you look so cute today.
I do, and a new sweater. It's
Yep.
kind of basic, but whatever. Anyway, so today we're here talking more about those New Year's resolutions, those New Year's goals, starting from ground zero, the whole deal. So we wanted to kind of start with like some more, I guess you could say like basics. And instead of trying to do everything all at once, which is overwhelming and can often make us fail, what happens to me all the time, we would start with just like one thing. So today we're going to talk about the kind of transformation you can see when you just do workouts only,
Yeah,
right?
and yes, and there is a big place for that. Contrary, like I just keep going back to on a podcast, we're talking to most people. And most people, when they're making a health and fitness New Year's resolution, are wanting to lose weight. And you do get bogged down because there's so many different aspects of that you can and should address and tackle. But that same reason is why so many people fall off, because there's so many things that go into it. And so when you start with movement, with working out, and you start there instead of completely trying to overhaul your nutrition, I actually prefer that. If someone's going to do one thing because they don't want to fail again, they don't want to start and stop again, so they're going in a different way of like, look, one thing at a time, and then we can move, from there. I start people now with movement, and it can be just walking,
Yeah,
having a daily time walking goal, and you can start just there.
I like
Not
that.
you, don't get any ideas.
Damn it. I can't go backwards and be like, this will work, right?
You can. No, you can't.
Yeah, that's funny. We could actually kind of go into that a little bit because if you're really starting kind of from ground zero and frustrated with all the starting and stopping, because this will work if you just start with movement, even if you start with just steps. There's levels, right? It's kind of like a game. You start with the steps and then you get into the gym or do the home workouts and you get into like you can really do that if that's how you feel the most comfortable in this becoming and making this like a lifestyle versus just
Yeah.
a time of your
Well,
life.
and there's less emotional baggage around movement. Very few
Yeah.
people have really bad experiences with walking. Most people have very bad experiences with dieting.
That's a very
And
good point.
so when you start with something like, I'm just going to move my body, and you start focusing on better health, um, you'll be surprised how 20 minutes of walking in the morning, it can be that simple. 20 days of walk, 20 20 days of walking, 20 minutes of walking in the morning, 5 days a week. What is that? Nothing. No, that's something. That's a whole lot more steps than someone who is doing no exercise at all is getting. They're going to have a better energy level, and the mental thing of like, I can do stuff. I can do this, and that can lead into bigger things with working out. Maybe then you walk for 10 minutes and you stop and you do 10 body weight squats, or start doing you start doing a weighted carry for some of your walking. There's different things you can add in, but when you just start with movement, you will see results. They're not going to be the super fast physical results that people want, but that can also come with time. And if someone has had multiple failed attempts with these crazy diets, and there is a lot of not resentment, but just perception of bad feelings and feeling like a failure and wasted
Mm.
time and money. I get that. Like, I totally get that. So nutrition can come at a later date when someone starts feeling like not a failure.
Oh, that's a good point. And yeah, there's definitely ways to like make it more difficult. And like you said too, that I wanted to kind of tap on is to, if you are just starting out with just movement or just walking and you're like, well, I could do more. Well, yeah, you can. But if you are in the mindset, I am tired of stopping and starting the yo-yo dieting all the time, then, I mean, we're not going to, if you feel motivated to go to the gym, we're not going to say like, no, don't go.
No,
But yeah,
go walk in a
yeah,
gym. Let that
yeah,
kind of help you get rid of your gym anxiety and kind of your
yes.
preconceived notions, because people really do feel like they're going to walk into a gym and it's going to be like everybody there's off the cover of Muscle and Fitness. And that's just not the case.
Yeah.
It's just a
No,
bunch of
not if
people
you
in there.
really look. There's a lot of regular
No,
people.
there's just regular people. And there's the same thing when you get like intimidated to go on the beach in a bikini and you get to the beach and you're like, oh, there's just a bunch of people here. Very few people look like physically intimidating in that ultra fit way.
Yeah.
And there's a good reason for that. It's a whole different podcast. But just getting outside of your comfort zone little by little, I think that's a great point. Start walking in your neighborhood. Start walking your dogs more, something like that. And then transition to going to the stair stepper or the elliptical or the treadmill at a gym. Kind of
Yeah.
break down that barrier. Maybe you go from there to a bench with a pair of dumbbells and do an upper body set and just keep moving from there.
Yeah. And I'd like to say, like, there's some people who are like the go, like our personalities, like, it's not enough. I need to do more, more, more. Like,
I could do more. I could do more. I could be more
yeah.
miserable. That's what I always hear. You could be more
Yes.
miserable.
Yeah, you could. You could be more miserable, or like it should be harder, or this is doing nothing. This is not effective just because you're not breaking this like drenched sweat workout. Like it is effective and it feels easy because yeah, walking is a very natural movement our bodies are meant to do, so it is
It's
easy.
a big deal. Like, there's
Yeah.
studies about the amount you walk and how long you live. And
Yeah.
it's hard. Look, I'll say it 100 times. Any study that says this fact about humans, we too messy. You've got to always take a grain of salt into who's reporting it, who are the people they studied, how much is correlation versus direct causation, like of steps, or yes, these people that report from their own mouths that they do this much walking have this much longer of a lifespan. I bet you people that walk a lot also end up drinking more water and don't smoke and
Mm.
XYZ. I bet, there's some like that. But just knowing something that concrete, like if I just start walking, I'm going to feel better. If it's in the morning or if I can get like start my day like that, I'm going to improve my circadian rhythm. I'm going to sleep better. So I'm going to wake with more energy. Energy is actually what motivation is. Motivation is the energy to perform an action. And so you can catapult yourself just by starting to walk. And you know this about me. I still walk every day.
Yeah.
And that's how I cardio. Like, I have to run every once in a while, and I hate it. I just want to walk. I want to walk, and I want to feel the sunshine on my face, and I want to feel happy and clear my mind. And I think well when I walk, and it's just so important to me to be able to
Yeah.
just walk. And any level of fitness, whether I'm prepping for a show or not prepping for a show, walking is a constant in my life.
Yeah, I do like it too because you're right. It does add that clarity, especially it's a good like meditation for me. I can just do it silently or just like have a podcast on. It's very calming for me. Oh,
Yeah.
and I ordered my walking pad the other day.
Oh, I'm standing on mine, but not walking. It makes you so hot. I can't wait for you to get this because, like, I'm like you can see, like, my check-ins go through the day, and it's like I start out in a sweatshirt, and then the
Yeah,
next check-in it's like a tank top, like third and fourth check-in like sports bra. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Walking
that
like
is so funny.
1.5, it makes you so hot.
Yeah, is it? I'm kind of curious. Well, how? Oh wait, you said 1.5. Okay.
I said,
Is it
yeah,
hard
and
to multitask, like type and stuff at the same time? No.
it's not as
Okay.
hard as I thought it would be. I'm walking really, really slow. I'm just perpetually surprised at how hot it makes me.
How hot do you keep your house?
There's my dogs. 70. So you
Yeah,
live here.
I do the same thing, but it's like one of those things. You know how people are like, oh, this program or this pill or this thing. This is gonna be the thing that
The
changes it
thing.
all. That's what I feel about this walking pad. I'm so excited. It's gonna be the thing.
When you get your walking pad, we'll put your step goal back.
Okay, yes, ma'am. It should. It'll get here next week, but I'm really excited.
We'll worry about it after Christmas, but yeah, it's a cool thing because you're like me, like health and fitness person, desk job.
Yeah.
And I love it when I get told, like, well, you get to work out for a living. I sit at this, now I stand at this desk
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah. I stand too. Well, I'm standing right now. The standing desk has like transformed me. I'm so much more productive.
Are you surprised at how you don't want to sit, like you do not care that you're not sitting down? I was surprised because
Yeah.
I'm a lounger. I really am. I'm
Yep.
excellent at lounging. And
Yes.
I don't ever want, I'm never like, oh, I just want to sit down. I feel fine.
I mean, it's usually by like, I stand all day up until like 3 o'clock where I'm like, I kind of want to sit. You know, it's the end of the day. It's like winding down, so I'll sit down. And today I sat a little bit more just because my back hurts because of the period. But yeah, I'm a little surprised. I thought I would be up and down all day long because I'd have to force myself to stand.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that I would be like, I'm going to have to take breaks from this. I don't know why I thought it would be so hard for me
Yeah.
to stand.
Standing, it's not a big deal.
It's fine. Y'all, it's fine. Just stand here. Now walking, I get some mustache sweat. But standing, I'm fine.
How many steps do you get when you started the walking pad? Is it a lot more?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so excited. It's gonna be it. It's gonna be it.
This is
I'm
it.
gonna lose.
This is it. I'm gonna wake up, 6-pack abs, and I knew I was missing something.
It's the one thing I'm missing. Anyway, so yeah, that just goes to show how important that movement is, and because I'm doing everything. Well, trying to do everything.
You're doing it all.
Yeah.
But the walking, and when someone hasn't been doing anything else, even if you used to do it all, but you haven't been, and you keep trying to force yourself back into that same mental and physical space you used to be in, and it's just not working for you, just accept it. Like at some point, just accept that you're not going to go from A to Z.
Yeah.
And that going from A to B and then to C and then to D and wherever else along that line, nutrition can come in. And it also doesn't have to come in like some crazy meal plan of oatmeal, egg whites, chicken, broccoli, brown rice. There's different levels to everything. And as long as you are making progress, that's all that matters. Is just there is progress happening. It could be in the frequency of the amount of times you make yourself go walk. It could be that you didn't feel like walking, but you did it for 10 minutes instead of 20, but you still did it. But do something like that every day, and you start to gain that confidence in yourself that you can be an agent of change in the way that you feel in your own health and fitness. And I think I've said this on the podcast before, but as long as I have been coaching and as long as I have been working out and paying attention to how I eat and trying different things, it was so amazing to me when I really changed my body. And it was then where I was like, I don't think I believed I could do that. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think I truly believed I could do that because I had worked out and done different things for so long and nothing really changed, right? Up and
Yeah.
down a few pounds here and there, but nothing like substantial where it was crazy until I slowed down and stopped trying all the weird stuff and stopped trying to go as hard as I can for as long as I can and then burning out.
Ugh, no, I never went there. I was like, I'd rather, honestly, I'd rather be overweight than do. Like people think those things. I thought those things too. It's like CrossFit. Like you're talking about CrossFit because you did that forever, and that is
It's
so
fun.
intense. I loved the idea of it because I'm an intense person, and I love lifts like that.
Well,
But
and it's the
everything
community
else,
thing. It's the
yeah,
community thing. That's to me the bigger part of it because I don't, I do not like working out that hard. I don't enjoy that. I don't want to run real fast and just do everything at
rowing.
that intensity level and have that. They call it friend lung, where you just your lungs just burn from the inside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No, not interested.
it's. I don't miss that. I miss my friends
Yeah.
and everything, but nah. But anyway, I did that for years and years and years, and years and years and
Nah.
years and years, and nothing ever changed. Like, I mean, I would feel
Yeah.
fitter for sure.
Yeah.
CrossFit Lindsay could probably just whip my butt.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, of
Pro-
course, it's a whole
Probably.
other. Yeah. That's funny. I'm glad you brought up the people who used to be, let's, for example, like the people who used to be in this world and were really disciplined and did all the things, but then they had a baby or something.
They
And
had a baby, or
yeah,
what we work with a lot, because I compete. Casey's an IFBB pro, but we approach things in such a different way. I just talked to a brand new client that has that background of I competed and I felt like it just burnt me out completely on fitness. I felt like it just ruined me in a lot of ways, physically and mentally, in the space of nutrition and working out. And that's a lot of people. Like, they achieved some kind of goal, but they did so in a way that just crushed them.
yeah. Sorry, I got
But I
distracted for a
mean,
second.
do what?
I still have like work messages pop up, and I was like,
Oh,
huh? And I was like, what is she
no,
saying?
what? No, just talking about, you know, there's different ways to skin a cat. We know this.
No,
It,
I know.
well, it's
I know
just
it's a
saying,
saying.
Caitlin,
Yeah.
Walter is safe, but he's not in the frame right now. But
No.
there's different ways to achieve really cool goals without it being just miserable and leave just a bad taste in your mouth for all of it. That happens to a lot of people.
It does. It really does. I kind of wanted to probably, because we were just talking about like working out and getting results from that.
Hmm.
Um, because you can only obviously only get so far with that. If you
Hmm.
plateau, then you can add in different style of workouts and you see some changes. Yeah, you can advance your just working out and still see changes, but eventually you're just going to have to plateau. And you're going to have to add in the nutrition
Yes.
if you want to see more results. So I guess we could let this just be a good two-parter. And you
Well,
want to talk
yeah, and
about
just
that?
know too, if you started with working out, and let's just do a hypothetical. Let's say it's me and I didn't work out at all, but I started, and what happens to a lot of people that don't work out at all is they'll experience decline in their health, in their bodies, in their mental, and they know they got to do something, but they're so uncomfortable in that space, in the health and fitness space. So let's say that's me, and I started noting, and I got a bad doctor's report. They're saying you're borderline diabetic. Okay, you've got to start doing something, and I'm like, God, I hate gyms. I hate vegetables. I don't want to be a psycho that weighs my food. I love wine. I don't know. What do people,
Yeah.
things like that. And so I'm like, I'm going to start walking. And I start feeling better and I start being more alert during the day. And I start not needing a couple glasses of wine every single night just because I'm so exhausted and miserable and I hate everything. And then I start sleeping better and I start waking up with more energy. So I do go to the gym and I'm walking on the treadmill now and I'm like, look at that little circuit. Look at that little circuit over there at Planet Fitness. All I have to do
Yeah,
is do this thing for 30 seconds. There's a clock on the wall and I just move through that 30 minutes. I'm done. So I start doing that.
I
And
used
I
to do
start
that.
noticing a little bit of definition in my arms while I'm working out. Right? That's the first stages of muscle development. You don't see anything while you're working out or while you're standing there, but while you're working out, you start to see a little line and you're like, hold on a second. My body will change, won't it? And then you go over and you start doing you do that. And then you also kind of go to like the cables or maybe the Smith machine and start doing a couple movements there. And I keep progressing. And then I thought, I know I'm supposed to eat more protein. How do I do that? And you don't change anything else except that you now hit a protein goal. That's a big deal. And you start drinking more water because you're in the gym now and you have your bottle of water. And then that catapults into, again, it's the confidence that comes with knowing you can be an agent of change in your own body. You're not stuck in the same place. You're not stuck in the same body. And just that one decision every day to go to the gym or to do your walk snowballs into a lot more. But all you need to think about in the beginning is what can I do right now consistently that is towards that goal?
Yeah,
And
that's
just start there.
honestly, yeah, you just described my entire life experience. Like, that's exactly what I
I
did.
did.
Yeah. Except the
Yay.
diabetes part. I did not get diagnosed with like pre-diabetes or anything. But that's,
You have
you know, my
diabetes.
story. I started out with just drinking water, and then I started to feel better.
I
And I
did
was
know
like,
that.
yeah, then all these classes at this gym sound kind of fun. Like, and I love being active, so that wasn't a problem. You know, it's not like I was, 800 pounds and, you know, but yeah, so it snowballed for me, and I didn't took the pressure off myself to see results, instantly. I just was like, I just want to just do better things to myself and feel better and hopefully look better. See what happens.
It
And it
does, you
worked.
do start looking better, and it's
Yeah.
not just in the size of your body, but it's in the shape of your body. It's literally down to your skin starts looking better. Your color is more vibrant. You're happier. That's always a good look. Is a smiling, happy person that isn't just looking like the dog just died, because they're just feel like shit all the time.
Yeah. So, do you think there's a people out there who would want to reverse where they start? So, I don't want to. I want to start with nutrition, Lindsay.
If you
Any
start
people
with
out there?
nutrition, and other people are like, that's not nutrition. Water is the biggest thing that you can start with, and you don't have to drink a gallon every single day from the get-go.
Water break.
Every time someone says something to drink, it's like my knee jerk. I'm like, but you can start giving yourself a goal that I like. And you've heard me say this, and if people listen to our podcast, they've heard me say this. Think about a liter every 3 hours, because that should be doable for your body, not to feel like urgency to go to the bathroom, have to pee every 30 minutes. You should need to pee about every time you refill your water bottle that way. Like every 2 to 3 hours, going to the bathroom is ideal. When you feel like you need to go pee about every 2 to 3 hours, your body that's good. Like you're drinking enough
Not
that
at
way.
first, though, because at first your body's like, what the hell? And it's
Does
every
it?
10 minutes. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
It definitely was like that. If I like have a low water day or something like that, and the next day I'm like, yeah, we got to do this, right? I'll be peeing a little bit more often than normal. But I do remember when I first started drinking a ton of water, I was like, fuck, is this really how it is all the
This
time?
is miserable.
Yeah, but it's not. Promise.
No, it does. I tell clients, I was like, it's been so long since I've done the water thing and been uncomfortable with drinking enough water that I know that I was like, I know that something happens. I don't know if you get used to going to the bathroom all the time
Oh,
or if you don't use the bathroom all the time, but
maybe.
something gives. Something gives and you're very comfortable.
That's so true. I never even thought about that. Maybe I'm just used to going all the time.
It feels like all the time to people. I was like, do you really go all the time, or do you just used to like pee after breakfast and then when you got home? Because I've heard people say that.
Oh yeah. Now that I think about it, it's probably gotten a little bit better, but I am constantly like, if Mark and I are going somewhere, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick, or get home,
Oh,
gonna go pee. Just
I
constantly
think
looking for
about
a
it.
potty.
I think about it when we're going like shopping and stuff. I'm
Yes,
like,
always.
where am I gonna pee? Because I'm gonna have to pee.
If I don't want to have to go to the bathroom somewhere, I'll just leave my water at home and I'll just do it at the restaurant or something like that. Or yeah, I won't bring it to the mall, with me. But I actually
Y'all have a
texted my
mall?
friends. I texted my friends in our group chat. I was like, "Who wants to go to the mall with me on Sunday? Just like old times back in the day. Just go Christmas shopping at the mall with your friends." And everyone was like, "Are you serious?
No.
A week before Christmas? Are you serious?" I was like, "Guys, seriously." And they're sending the Hunger Games pictures of like, "Good luck to you." I was just like, "Guys, are you serious? It's not going to be that bad."
Report back, because I bet it is.
I'm not going to say it's like not going to be busier than normal, but like not how it used to be. We got Amazon. It's
That's
the
true.
Amazon era. No one, there's so many more
Yeah.
people like you in my
And I
class.
don't
So I was
think
like, I'll go by
kids,
myself.
but I don't think kids get dropped off and stuff there anymore either, do they?
I don't.
I don't know. I have children, but they don't want to go to the mall.
I mean, did you do that when you were growing up? I think it's so nostalgic. Yeah,
Yeah.
you just go to the mall. It's kind of festive too at the same time because I do have to go get some stuff. So I was like, let's go to the mall and be cute. And my friend, they're like, fuck that.
Are
Bye.
you going to wear those bangs? Those mall bangs?
Oh, no.
I think you should.
No, I'm just going to look cute like this and I'm going to go. I don't know
To
why
the
I brought that
mall.
up. But
You're
there's
going to
plenty
get
of
some
potties
good
at the mall.
steps in. You're going to get your walking in.
Actually, it's funny. My friend Ari, who was on the pod, did you listen to her episode?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's so much fun. She actually texted like 20 minutes later. She's like, "Crap! I actually need to go to these two stores." I'm like, "Yay! I have to go to one of those too. Let's at least get our steps in," because she's in the fitness world. It's
Yeah.
like, yay! Got a walking
Yay. And
buddy.
I remember seeing, and they were called mall walkers, and they were older people that they would let them in before the stores opened.
Yeah,
And they would just walk really, really fast and hard around the mall.
that's goals. I would love to be that old person.
That sounds fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm. I wonder if they'd still let them in. I don't know. They're probably like, go to the community center.
Or you're not old enough. But
It's none of your business.
I don't know
But
why.
back to working out
Yeah.
is your only
Sorry.
goal. We'll get off on our little tangents. But you can start that. That is just as valid and just as beneficial as just starting nutrition. And I don't know if we were recording when we were talking about this, but it's something that you can do once a day instead
Yes.
of something that you have to concentrate that's going to happen multiple times a day, every single day. You can start with a working out goal of whatever is going to introduce a stimulus to you, right?
Yeah.
That could be just walking. You could already be walking and now you need to start body weight movements. You could have been working out body weight and band movements at home, and now it's time for you to get dumbbells. You could already be doing dumbbells, and now it's time for you to get comfortable in the gym. Whatever it is, and that's something you can do one time a day and find that little space for, not every single day. Just like start, 2 days a week lifting weights, and then or doing body weight wherever you're starting from, and then 3 days a week you walk 20 minutes. You will see internal and external benefits from that. It takes a little bit to get to a point where it's not going to introduce enough of a stimulus to where you have to like introduce something else. But what you want to do is like this like little sweet spot where you push to where you're uncomfortable, but not so uncomfortable that you dread it.
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Like you
Yeah.
don't want to go from I've never done anything except spin class to going into the middle of Gold's Gym and trying to work all the machines. Like most
Yeah.
people will dread that so much, they'll just find any and every reason in the world to skip. You don't want to do that. So
No.
you
And
you
I
want to be
wish,
uncomfortable but not
yeah,
miserable.
exactly. And I just wish when I described my little journey earlier, I obviously got to a point. I didn't notice it though. I just wish I had this information back then, as we all do, right?
Yes.
But eventually I did plateau, but I didn't necessarily realize it. I just kind of just it was. I didn't excel further. I didn't lose more weight. I actually yo-yoed without even knowing it because I wasn't so hyper focused on just losing weight and I can't do this. I can't figure it out. And I'd have periods like that, but it wasn't like this thing that this hill I was gonna die on.
Uh-huh.
So I wish I just had that like right as I got, because looking back, I know exactly what it was when I started to plateau, because I noticed I actually lost so much weight by just the uh, little timeline that I did with starting with water and working out a little bit here and there. Or just like having some more actual guidance like this, like group coaching or just like coaching one on
Yeah.
one. I cannot. I don't want to look in the past and make regrets, but I don't have regrets. But I could not imagine where I'd be right now if I had this information then.
Oh, I say that all the time. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
exactly where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed
Yeah.
to be here. I was talking
Yep.
to Bella, my 14-year-old, about this morning.
Yeah.
I was like, my only thing is I wish I had had this information, experience, which you can't have, and mindset when I was really young. And I have some girls that are like 20s, like young 20s, that are like animals. Like they are hitting their nutrition goals. They're like in starting their careers. I'm like, do you know that you're a superhero? I mean, you are building yourself up right now in your strongest point. No, when like your energy levels are there and your joints are healthy and young and your muscles are new and fresh and God,
Just right out of the womb, new and
y'all
fresh.
wouldn't know what to do with me if I had this brain
Yeah.
at 24 and not 44.
Yeah.
The club
Well,
couldn't even handle me right now.
the club. You are not. Did
No,
you were
I'm
ever
not.
at
I'm
a
not.
club? Yeah,
No,
that's what I thought.
you know how I feel about
Um,
loud noises.
I'm kind of the same way, but yeah, I don't have regrets. It did what I did, and I've always loved my body. But yeah, I'm very happy with where I'm at now, and
Yeah, you
not.
feel better. That
Yeah.
matters. Like your how you feel is so much more important than just how you look. And that look, that's a and I don't even know if this is good or bad. Doesn't matter. It's a fact that that's a big reason why I love competing is because I've gotten really good at I don't have to force myself to work out. I don't really skip workouts. I don't miss cardio. I don't have a problem hitting my nutrition goals. Like it's been so long, it's very habitual and it flows easily. And so I feel like when I prep, when I start dieting and I am in a deficit and I am, working out with a little bit less food, less energy, my cardio is higher because I'm in a fat loss phase, which so many of my clients are. It puts me back into that discomfort that they're all experiencing. And I think that holds a lot of value. It makes me more empathetic. It makes me come up with better solutions for them, better, things to think about to motivate them to do what they need to do because I'm struggling too. So it's like on purpose putting myself in a struggle, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. And I do want to touch on the point you made earlier about your age in a good way, because I've
It is what it is, baby.
Well, I still see so many women, even in not just like the Facebook, like regular community Facebook groups, but weightlifting ones, bodybuilding ones, just those
Uh-huh.
kinds of ones where they're just like, I even saw one the other day actually that she said, she was like, I'm in my 30s. Is there hope for me anymore? Am I too old to lose? I'm like, I can expect that from somebody who's 50 to say something like that. But there's like
Yeah.
300 comments. They're like, girl, no, like, call me. Let's do a consult, the whole thing. But they're really, people just don't have enough trust in the capability of their bodies,
I'm
regardless of
telling
age.
you,
Yeah.
people, I was one of them. You you like I think it's like your outwardly like your conscious brain is like, yeah, I know that if I do XYZ that my body will change. But I think a lot of people are like me. They don't truly like deep down believe that they can achieve their dream body. Tried too many times, too many different things, been let down, been disappointed over and over again, and they've never reached their goal. But they've been disappointed and let down and felt like a failure 50 times.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
the information collected points to no, you can't.
That's so sad. Yeah.
It's just a fact. And like I'm telling you, even when I saw myself and I'm like, hey, so newsflash. You can change your body. You can change the whole thing. You can do it. It's amazing.
Yeah. Amen. Amen.
And I
Even
use a lot of principles of bodybuilding for my clients that are not bodybuilders. Workouts, nutrition, because if you want to change the shape of your body, you're a bodybuilder. If you're using food and weights to change yourself, you're a bodybuilder. You're just not competitive.
yeah.
And I mean, when you look at a group of people and you're like, who might know how to be muscular, attractive, fit, and recomposition their body to be lean? Who are those people? It's bodybuilders. You do not, there's literally no reason, and you don't want to take it to an extreme, like where you could like step on stage. You're not going to walk around in that body, but you can walk around in a body that you think that body is. Like when I was about probably 2 or 3 months out from stage, I was like, this is what I thought that body was right now.
Yeah.
It's and I tell Casey that like, this like 8 to 12 weeks out physique, this is my favorite body. This is my
Aww.
favorite. I love it. I'm still eating well, like pretty well. Feeling good,
Yeah.
good energy levels, sleeping well. And I mean, you just like take it to a huge extreme. Like you just keep hammering like 50% past that. But it
Yeah.
was a beautiful feeling to know like, no, I was wrong. I do not want to be stage lean is like a life body, but this is doable and this feels good and I'm so confident and I look totally different. It's just that's what I try to lead people to is once you know that, you own it. Like you know
Mhm.
that no matter what happens, even if you gain more weight than you want or something, you now have that concrete knowledge that yep, I can do it. I've done it before.
Yeah, I love that. Man, if you looked at my entire family and said, Caitlin's a bodybuilder, they would laugh in your face.
I think my family would still laugh in my face. I just don't talk about it with them.
Yeah, no, I was
Not
just such
my
the
not
couch
my
potato.
not my family, but like my like extended
I know,
family.
I'm talking about my brothers.
Yeah, my brothers for sure. Them, I would
Yeah.
not. No, I'm not participating in that conversation.
Although I saw them, a couple of them the other day when I was in Miami, and we're just like walking around talking at Mark's mom's house, and my twin brother was there, and his wife like commented on our butts, and my twin brother, oh god, he goes, "Hook." And all he does is fucking CrossFit. I was like, dude, I work so fucking hard for this butt, and it barely looks better than yours, but he's taller, but still, yeah. boys. Anyway,
Well, I
and I
mean, I was
got a
fixing to say,
compliment.
he's a boy.
Oh my god. But anyway, yeah. So I think that depending on, you just kind of look inward and look at yourself and where you feel like is the easiest. Honestly, where is the easiest place for you to start? If it's with just the water, or if it's just the walking,
Yeah.
if you want, because I feel like water or walking really is truly the baseline, like ground zero.
I agree with you 100%. And it's those two, like I can miss a day at the gym. I
Yeah.
cannot hit my macros, go over or under, and not feel a difference. If I miss that outdoor walking, if I miss my water goal, I feel that.
Yeah, that's true. Because that's definitely like the one of the staples, the foundation of everything that
For
is good,
sure.
that
Yeah.
blossoms. Yes,
Yes.
it's the water of the garden of our life.
It is. It is. And it really is. It's that simple. And just like all things nutrition and fitness, it has just become overcomplicated, like absurd in some ways.
Yeah.
Somebody sent it the other day and it was like, how are we like our country or whatever this time period? There are more gyms, more diet foods, more everything around being fit, and we're the least fit we've ever been.
Mm, yeah.
We're the least healthy. There's more obese people. There's all of these terrible, like, health conditions that just keep getting worse: cancer, heart disease, metabolic diseases like diabetes, dementia, just shooting through the roof. But have all of these things that purport health, fitness, all these, and it's just not happening.
Yeah, I have my theories on that with the healthcare system. And it goes to the top.
Different podcast.
Yeah, different podcast. I actually heard, I have to tell this story. I heard, because I am in recruiting for healthcare, I heard this story about a NICU nurse who won like $41 million from a healthcare company because this healthcare company was known to push to get their patients DNR'd, which is do not resuscitate. Yeah,
Why?
because that healthcare company, which if you Google it, you'll figure it out. But that healthcare company was also its own insurance provider. So if I know, so if a patient needed more expensive healthcare, like going into the ICU, that's expensive. So they're reimbursing themselves for this stuff, and it's a whole like circle of web. And so they're like, "You're too expensive of a patient. We're just going to kill you." It's really what it was. And so this NICU nurse, like, she put her foot down and won all this money, which also sends a great message to the healthcare world
We're
because,
gonna, or the next podcast we do is going to be called
yeah.
"The Poison Is the Cure."
That's excellent. I love that.
Let's do it. Let's get
Yeah.
canceled. Let's just go all in.
That's what they say on how to grow your social media is like share your hot takes. Like,
But look, that they're hot, all right.
yeah. Anyway, so I know this was part of these topics of the workout and nutrition starting from ground zero. We're going to
Mhm.
share transformation photos, right? That was part of,
Oh yeah, I can't wait. That's in our January. And one more
yeah.
point, I forgot to make this point, is don't forget when you start working out, it's like if specifically hypertrophy, resistance training to build muscle, without changing your nutrition at all, you're going to raise your metabolism by building that lean muscle mass, which will naturally, eating exactly the same, make you have less fat.
Amen. Amen. I remember when I first figured that out with metabolism, because metabolism before was this aloof, like, oh, this thing.
It's like
What
a
is
gift
it?
you were
Yeah.
blessed with or not blessed with, like
Yeah.
fairy dust. For some, just the lucky few.
Not me. Not me. But it's so
Me
true. When I
neither.
figured that out, I just was like, I found the secret juice. Like, I got it.
It's a barbell.
That's so true. Oh my gosh, that's so bad.
What
Sorry.
kind of
But,
crimes are y'all committing over there?
you know, it looks like a health emergency, so it's not a crime.
Oh, well,
Anyway,
maybe a crime. Maybe a crime
but
of murder.
oh, You could be right on that.
Lock
Let's
your
just
doors.
pray to the Lord everything's okay. That's what my mommy
Okay.
taught me. She's like, I say a prayer every time the ambulance goes by. I'm like, okay, me too.
That's a good idea.
But yeah, so thanks for listening, everybody. We'll stop our chit chat, but I'm sure you could listen to us all day. I know.
Sure.
We gotta stop at some point, but look for on our socials for those transformations that are specifically the transformation for somebody who just worked out. I'm not saying this right, but and then transformations that were nutrition based. I think I've never even
We're
seen
gonna do
those
it all.
pictures.
We're gonna do it
Yeah,
all.
I've never seen pictures that were specific like that, so I'm actually really excited to see it. So stay tuned for that. Thanks, Lindsay, for joining me and chatting with me. I'm just loving our weekly chats. It's better than
Me
my
too.
check-ins every week.
It's fun.
Yay! All right. Well, until next time, next week we might have to do a Christmas episode. Ooh, that'll be
We're just
fun.
gonna do like caroling or
I don't know. Oh, brainstorm.
okay.
All right. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of the week and peace out.
Bye.